Internets, hello you absolute lovelies. Let's talk all about Ironheart episode 4, which is far and away my favorite episode of the series so far. This is the character of Ironheart that I know. This is Dominique Thorne, who for years, since D23 footage, since Wakanda Forever, I have been saying is going to be so perfect as this character once she has the long form potential to actually flex those Brian Michael Bendis-esque writing muscles, and she is absolutely nailing that. This is Alden Ehrenreich crushing it as Ezekiel Stane. I think Anthony Ramos has found his way into the hood. I think the directing in this episode was far and away the best. Gonna talk all about that and more, but before we get into it, please like this video so the algorithm likes it. Please comment on this video letting me know if you also enjoyed this the most of all the season. Let me know your general thoughts. Let's have a conversation about Ironheart 1 through 4 in the comments below, and most of all, please hit that subscription bell. When I hit 50K, I'm gonna do a 50 comic giveaway. This page is all about comic books, movies, and TV, and we're gonna do a 50 comic giveaway from my own collection to you. Everyone in that 50 is going to be eligible, so please hit that subscription bell. Let's talk Ironheart. Ironheart episode 4 is the culmination of what we've gotten so far. All of the ground work that's been laid in the first 3 episodes that was pretty exposition heavy, that felt a little disjointed, that didn't feel like it had the style and panache that I thought the show could, was completely worth it to get to episode 4. The directing in this episode was far and away the best in my opinion. It had a visual aesthetic, it had a style, it had energy, there was a kinetic flow, but we had all this incredible foundational emotional work done, so you really feel for these anxiety attacks with Riri. You really feel for the vengeance of Zeke. You really care about the Hood and what he's gone through. To be honest, Parker Robbins in the comics is good. He's an interesting character. Ironically, he's usually best when Brian Michael Bendis, the creator of Ironheart in the first place, writes him. That's generally when I like his storylines, but this is different because you get the emotional connection behind Ramos's eyes. I mean, a drawing is great, but I really do feel the corruption happening, and I do feel the connection to his cousin, and I don't think if they'd had this great of an episode earlier, I don't think this story could have been rushed to this point. So I do think those first 3 did serve kind of the pacing it had to get to this greatness, because I'm so invested in all these interpersonal relationships. I'm so in love with the fact that we're getting the 2 legacies of Iron Man, between the Stane side being Tony Stark and the Iron Man side being Riri. And the way it's going with Riri losing everything, this actually feels like a hero's journey. This actually feels like this incredible path back to greatness, because everyone's kind of right. She has been selfish. She has betrayed everything. She has lost everything out of her own choices. And that's such an interesting hero's journey, because we know she's good. And that whole speech about good, we're seeing that all happen in real time. She is so capable, so smart, but she is so pushed to the edge. There's so much endurance in what she's had to do in the story. And I'm just so infatuated with the fact that there's always that darkest before the dawn moment, and she has nothing right now. Her mom doesn't feel that connection. Her friend that had passed away that she got back now doesn't feel, that connection. She lost the brother of her friend in such a traumatic moment when she needed him most, and all of this is just going to inspire actual heroism. Like this feels like such a good journey, and the beats in this episode were so strong. I really loved the magic scene. I loved how we met Zelma. I love how they've influenced magic into technology in this world. Doctor Strange is such a great character, but he's always felt like, the Doctor Strange magic stuff was a little left of center of the other world in the MCU. Like, magic has always been a little different flavor. Like, even in the Avengers and stuff, like, it's all of this blending together, certainly, but this to me feels like magic has been integrated. I loved hearing about the Kree and Pym and Stark and all the technology, and then that little mention of Strange adding the magic side into this story as well, and it feeling organic. Like, it felt like when you're reading a comic and you hear a character mentioned that doesn't feel like they're just trying to sell other books. And I really think this episode did world building well while not sacrificing the characters' strengths. Like, the journey everyone went on didn't feel like it was zigzagging to grow out the world, but now it does feel like magic and tech as an element will suit Doctor Doom coming, will suit if we ever get a Strange Academy, which would be awesome with the little magic scene we got there, all while growing the interpersonal relationships with Xavier. I loved the scene between the 2 of them, because I would not want to see my sister reanimated. I wouldn't want that moment, and that felt so clear that we had known that character, because his writing was so good, that I knew his reaction before it happened. And that was a really wonderful moment. And the mother I've felt connected to throughout the season, and her reaction to all of this stuff, and her trying and her navigating. She's not doing the stereotypical, like, moms just don't understand. She's trying so hard to connect. And it's Riri, it's our lead, who's making the decisions that are pushing people away. But we know she's pushing people away because of trauma, because she feels like she has no other choice. And I've loved from the beginning of the show how it's navigated people that come into things, people that are born with money. They have different paths, they have different resources, and why someone would go down a certain path. And this was the first episode I actually felt some connection to the gang, to the group, to all those people. Like, there was a little bit of different spirit there. So it's really just kind of firing at all cylinders now. And it's a shame that I don't know how well it's doing. As of filming this, the show hasn't started airing out yet, and I don't know if people will have hung on until episode 4, because I know, like, I'm usually a 2 or 3 episode person, but I'm so connected to Ironheart, and I've so wanted Dominique Thorne to get her time to shine that I was really patient. But I hope people have held on to this episode, because now I think it's about to go some crazy places. The places they could go with Zeke Stain, the way we've earned Alden's villain arc, the way that, like, Alden Ehrenreich's portrayal, that earnestness, that sincerity, and then the vengeance. Like, usually there's the hero screwed me over moments, like Spider-Man 2 with Jamie Foxx. It's like, yeah, I guess. This, he actually did get screwed over. This is actually a moment where, like, he is right to hate everything that's happened to him, and he would possibly fall in to the Hood's, hoodwinkery. And I love that the Hood would obviously then betray him and get whatever he needed as the corruption grows. And now we've got the ground laid for these last 2 episodes to be so much magic, so much technology. The Ironheart suit continues to look incredible. And I'm really curious what, like, a final battle, what a traditional Marvel show ending can be with this level of variables and all the things come together. So I don't know. I'm really digging it. This show, I think, is in the bottom half of the MCU as of now. But this episode was so strong, it puts it in the middle. And if the last 2 are as good as this one, it'll probably be in the top half, maybe even upper third. But I really love the character, and I really like everyone's portrayal now that we're really singing with him. So I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you love episode 4 as much as I did? I'm reacting to it live over at Real Rejects, so if you guys want to see even more of my thoughts and also my reaction, please check out Real Rejects. Also, while you're here and pressing buttons, please press that like. Let's grow it in the algorithm, as well as please, let's have a conversation in the comments below. Tried something a little different by doing a little walk around. Filming in the same spot becomes redundant, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this little tour of beautiful Southern California. But yeah, I really got a lot out of it. I really think I hope this means people want Ironheart in Young Avengers and want Ironheart in the Avengers and stuff going forward. I think she's such a great character, and I think Dominique Thorne is such a perfect cast decision. So hopefully people want more of this character after this show and this episode. So let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Press a like. Do all the things. I will see you next week for episode 5. And July is here, so we're doing Superman coverage. We're doing Fantastic Four coverage. We're doing Jurassic coverage. We've got lots of stuff already cooking. I'll see you guys soon. Much love. Bye.